the Pros Media home of information and entertainment.
Okay, good day, viewers. You're welcome again to Napros Media. Thank you very much for staying with us. We like you, we love you, we appreciate all you've been doing with us. Today, we still have an interesting topic for you. But before we go into that topic, we've received a whole lot of questions from our viewers, and we want to attend to those questions today. And for that reason, we've been able to still invite our mommy back to the studio today. So I want to welcome our mommy. But before I do that, don't forget I'm your host, John Paul. And then with me today in the studio is our mommy Napros, like she prefer we call her right now. She's the CEO, don't forget, Napros Media, CEO, Napros Consult, and also a pastor she is. Thank you very much for staying with us. Mommy, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you, John Paul.
Well, thank you very much. You've been doing a whole lot, and of course, I know our viewers have been really receiving a whole lot from you. Thank you very much for this impact we've been receiving.
Thank you.
Mommy, please forgive us. Like I said before, we cannot stop pulling you out of your busy schedule to the studio. We appreciate the fact that you're here today. Previously, you talked about some issues that arose questions from our viewers. They were just concerned about the things that has been happening. And a lot of them tend to want to know more about those things you've talked about, especially when you say men should, that question is exactly, so men should go back home and suck the breast of their wives. I think it has been really causing a stir on the social media, and then our viewers want to know more on how to go about these issues. We have questions arising here, ma.
Okay.
I'll be reading out the questions, and if you know you send a question, please just follow and you'll get answers to your questions. Mom, we have a question say, if someone is liking you in the office, like you have an admirer in the office, should you tell your husband or your wife? If it is happening, is that to the husband or to the wife? Should you tell your partner?
Yes. Okay. If somebody is liking you, especially men, men do have crush in the office, especially secretary, especially people working under them, and you notice as a man that this lady is crushing you. You know, she's the one crossing you.
Yes.
So the way she demonstrate around you, she come around, said, you need tea, do you do this? So the best approach to it, so that you not fall into fornication, discuss it with your wife. So when you discuss with your wife, at that particular time that she used to come to do those demonstration around you and those romantic voice, then your wife will show. So as soon as your wife comes to the office and you say, excuse me, I want to see my husband. You know, the owner have come. So as soon as she come with audacity, then, and she see that, this woman do the full grano. So then that stop the whole thing. Then once in a while, the woman comes around, as your husband is going to work, package food, prepare your husband for work. Don't let coffee and snacks to take him away from you. I think telling your wife is the best solution.
Thank you very much, mommy. Thank you. Okay, man, mommy is saying you tell your wife to avoid you falling into fornication, because those little advances can lead you into falling into fornication. But let me speak a little for men too. I'm a man, still growing though. Okay, it happens that some men are not very comfortable saying these things to their wife, because some women tend not to trust their husbands once they tell them things like these advances from women. They feel like anytime they're in the office late, that your secretary you told me about is now keeping you late in the office. These issues tend to pop up.
Yes.
How should we address those issues? You should still go on and tell the wife, no problem.
Yes, no. In the course of the years, you should have known your wife. So if your wife is a type that her life is based on suspicious, phone ring, different things, you will have known the body language before that. But the best approach and solution is you telling your wife. So if you use it against you, she's on her own. But the best way to deliver yourself from the spirit of adultery is any secret thing tell your partner.
Thank you very much.
Anybody engaging you in any secret thing, let your husband be aware.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That is really impactful. Just be sincere to your partner with everything, regardless of how the person approach you after that. Thank you, mommy. And then another question is saying that women, I don't know what to say anymore. She's asking here that if your husband don't call you pet name, but call other people pet name like dear, outside dear, they say, what should you do? Your husband don't call you pet names.
Yes. Right. Well, some men having this character, and this character come out of wrong choice. If a man marry wrongly, the possibility of being happy out there is 100%. So as soon as you see a small girl, people around, you'll be happy, because he is not happy at home, especially when you marry for wrong reason. You understand?
Yes,
so if a man call outsider lovey, dear, sweetie, and at home he's not calling you those names, I think the first thing you should check is your husband a traditional man. What I mean by traditional man, those like in those days my father used to call my mother with the name of a child. But later when he bring another wife, he started calling that one sister, and that one was calling him brother. So you can see what I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Some called their wife, that is a traditional man that but in this dispensation, if your husband is not calling you those pet names and is saying them outside, that is, those names is hungry him to call, but there is no atmosphere for him to call the name. So create the atmosphere for him.
Thank you very much. There's no atmosphere, atmosphere for him to
so
call you.
You create the atmosphere for him.
When the husband come home and then all he find is trouble, he cannot call you pet names. Those names will fly away. And then he go out and he find those beautiful ladies.
You call you lioness.
So please, just always create an atmosphere for your husband to call you those beautiful names. He wants to love you. If he don't love you, he won't come marry you. There are a lot of women out there, but he chooses you out of all of them. So he loves you, and he's going to call you those names if you can create that atmosphere. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're still going to take questions still popping up, and one is saying, if your husband does not take you out, is it okay for you to take yourself out?
I used to tell women, the best thing to do for yourself is to make yourself happy.
Okay.
I'm telling you, the best approach to life is self-happiness. So if your husband does not take you out and you have the means of taking yourself out, why can't you dress cute and go out? It's not a sin. It's not bad. That is self-love. No one can love you like yourself. So the Bible tells us that the approach of love is two ways. It says self-love and the love of your neighbor. So your husband is your neighbor. So first of all, love yourself. So the way you want to be cherished and you are not getting it, the way you want to be taken care of and you're not getting. So instead of you to be quarreling and be fighting, if you have the means, why can't you dress yourself and take yourself out? I'm telling you, when you take yourself out once, second time, and you don't care again, the man will be afraid. You wake up at his responsibility immediately.
I'm already feeling jealous.
Imagine your husband is coming to Chicken Republic and you are sitting there chilling, taking ice cream.
I will kill myself before my time.
So if you have the means, you do it yourself.
That's beautiful. Okay,
Yes.
Mommy say to women out there, if your husband is not taking you out, come on, you don't have to wait and make yourself look one housey wife because he's not taking you out. You go out there, chill, enjoy yourself. She said, first love yourself before you love the person next to you. I'm feeling jealous, although, because if my wife happens to take herself out without me, I don't know how I'm going to approach it. But anyway, please learn to appreciate yourselves out of every other thing we've said so far. Love yourselves and then always create the atmosphere to have a beautiful home. Thank you very much, viewers. Only questions are still here. Please, you'll not be tired of us today.
Yes.
The next question here is saying that my husband does not post her women. She said my husband does.
The Pros Media home of information and entertainment.